Welcome to Module 1. Now, before we get too far into the video, I do want to let you know that if you scroll down, there is a lot more written work, which I believe is going to be extremely valuable, especially if you're like me and you love to read things, so you can make sense of them and maybe see a few bullet points and processes that can help you develop your mindset. Now, throughout this next 7 days, a lot of what we talk about is going to require you to do some work, because you can learn as much as you want, and I believe learning or knowledge is potential power. To make it powerful for you and the results you want in your life, you must implement it. And that's why the worksheets are available. You can download them, or you can just have a diary and write the questions, but really start implementing this, thinking about it, and really putting it into action. So mindset is everything. But I'm a big believer in order to improve anything, we need to first define what that means to us, because we could get really confused and overwhelmed if we don't do that. But for this module, let's define mindset as a mental attitude that will determine how you interpret and respond to situations. So now we've defined that, let's move into it. I do want to keep this as simple as possible for you so that you can make actionable change. I find that whenever I'm overwhelmed and people are overwhelmed, we're less likely to take action. So let's define mindset into two areas. We've got a fixed mindset and we've got a growth mindset. A fixed mindset is how much you believe your basic, ideas, beliefs, and skill sets are fixed. You cannot change them. We've all been there. I believe that for a long period in my life. The other side is a growth mindset, and that is based around how much you believe your basic qualities like intelligence and skill sets can change and can grow. Coming from a growth mindset, anything is possible, and it is very important to be able to get yourself into that position. If you look at the diagrams below, it will give you some more examples. I fell into the trap of having a fixed mindset for a long period of my time, and that became a significant issue because I didn't like who I was or how I was showing up in the world. I genuinely believed this is it for me. This is how I'm going to treat people. This is all that I'm capable of. This is all that I'll be able to earn. And as someone who really wanted to create a life that I didn't need a holiday from, something that was exciting to wake up to every day, that was a big problem. And it was only through doing courses like this and reading books and listening to podcasts that I did learn and really started to believe that you could shift your mindset from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. And there were processes and found fundamental things that you could learn to facilitate that change. So there are a few things that have been helpful for me that you can put into any situation that you want to create change that support a growth mindset. The first one is being aware that you want to change or aware that you can change. Awareness is the key with everything. We then move into the desire that you want to change that thing or you want to improve a certain thing, because we can be aware of some things that maybe we want to change, but there might be situations where it's like the desire is not there. It's generally why a lot of people have the idea that they want to get fit and healthy, but then they'll find themselves a few months later not actually making the effort or doing what they need to do to create that change. The desire really isn't there. The third one is, do you believe you can change? If you don't believe you can change, you're not going to be able to change. Finally, do you have the action steps or a plan in order to facilitate that change? So recap, we need to be aware that we can change. We need to have the desire to want to change. We need to believe that we can genuinely change, and we need to have a plan to execute that change. I truly believe if you can dial that in, you can become whoever you want to, and you can really build an incredible life. I'm living proof of that. For those of you who have followed me on socials since about 2014, you'll have seen the growth, and I'm still on a growth journey. I'm still learning how to be better, how to impact more people, and how to continue making my life so good that I don't need a break from it. You know, some things that I have learned since focusing on growth and really wanting to build a better life and becoming a better bloke, I've learned how to critically think, problem solve. I've improved my resilience. I found more meaning in life, which makes me feel more fulfilled. And I have had so many incredible experiences and adventures as a result of that. So when we look at a mindset, we can lose motivation to do the hard work. But when we think further down the track, or maybe have a vision or a desired life that we want to create, that is what re-inspires me. That is what re-motivates me to continue doing the work. Now, I don't want to bullshit you. Going through this course, you're going to understand that there are some foundational principles that you can put into all areas of life. This is my method and my questioning that has helped me, and I believe it's going to be extremely beneficial for you. This needs to continue to grow and evolve with you. This should be a starting point. If you're struggling to make progress, continue seeking answers. Use feedback from the results that you get. This is dialing into that growth mindset. But don't be under any false pretenses that by going through this over the next 7 days, you have done it. You can stop educating yourself like a lot of people do when they finish school or they finish tertiary education. No, this is just another stepping stone and another level of understanding to continue seeking more information and taking more action to develop those outcomes. Now, there are so many areas we can dive into in mindset. For this course, I just want to dive into as well more around your limiting beliefs. I know for myself, when I decided I could change and I wanted to change and I had a roadmap, quite often I would take 2 steps forward and then I would stop. And what I recognized through a lot of personal help and professional help was I had a number of limiting beliefs that were holding me back. We all experience limiting beliefs, and the limiting beliefs can be things like, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy of that. For me, it was, I could never run a business, I've never studied business. Whatever it is, it's a belief that is holding you back. That belief is not serving you. So when you can identify them, and we'll do this in the worksheet, we can start identifying them, we can start challenging them, and then we can begin the change process of how do I need to think in order to get the outcomes that I want. That is how we overcome limiting beliefs. I don't believe you can do it without actually taking action. You can think about it, you can mellow on it, and I believe people who are stuck in a victim mindset, I'm not good enough, poor me, they don't take any action. They don't aim to change it. I've changed a lot of things in my life through doing things to prove to myself, hey, that limiting belief was, piss off. That was complete rubbish. Here's how I want to think, and here's what I need to do to think like that. And a good quote is, accepting a limiting belief will become your truth. If you don't like your truth or where your life is currently at, simplify it and just start changing some beliefs that you think will give you a better truth. I would like to just run through the worksheet with you. So when you download it or print it off or even just get it up on your iPad, there's going to be some questions, right? We've got a mindset evaluation to understand where you're currently at, whether you're leaning more to a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. We then want to help you establish your values and beliefs. Our values and beliefs can really guide us to live a better life. And also we can understand how our beliefs are either moving us to where we want to be or they're holding us back from where we want to be. We need to redefine success. Like we did at the start of this video, we gave meaning to something, we defined something, and that made it personal to us. So when you can define what success looks like for you, you've now got a great foundation to build success from. We want to go through goal setting. Goal setting is a very valuable skill, something that I've spent hundreds of hours learning about and redefining, and I've been setting goals for a very, very long time now. We're going to identify your barriers, help you build resilience. Why? Because when you're growing, you will deal with obstacles, you will come up with things that challenge you, and if you aren't in a resilient mindset, you'll probably quit. Most people quit way too soon, just as they're really close to a personal breakthrough or a professional breakthrough. We then want to start looking at accountability and support within our academy, which is something that we'll invite you to look at later on. We have great accountability and great support to help you continue going on this. And finally, weekly reflection. Reflecting on the actions that you took and how you spent your time is going to be a great projector on how your results are going to be and what you're going to achieve from this. So make sure you go through this worksheet. I'm sure you're going to get a lot of value from it, just as I do. So this is day 1 completed. And once again, I would recommend reading down. There is a lot more information there. And for me personally, I love watching videos, but I also love reading. It helps me understand things a lot better. Also take time to do the worksheet. It's really valuable and really important that you do that. And we will see you tomorrow for day 2, where we're going to be breaking down physical health.